Welcome to Amplify with Purpose, the podcast where we explore what it takes to live well and lead with purpose. We discuss everything from business strategies to transformative leadership and personal development. In every episode, you'll find heartfelt discussions and practical tips designed to help you live your best life. My mission is to help you live with purpose and amplify your impact. So whether you're looking to amplify your business, enrich your personal experiences, or just looking for a little bit of inspiration, you're in the right place. Welcome back. I'm your host, Odette De Beer, and today's episode is one of my favorites to create, a year in review reflection. 2024 has been a year of stretching, growing, and learning. It taught me invaluable lessons about business, leadership, personal growth, and living with purpose. Today, I want to share those lessons with you, 12 in total. Some will resonate you, some may challenge you, but all are very close to my heart. So grab a coffee or a tea and your notebook, and let's dive into the lessons that has shaped 2024 for me and has shaped me for 2025. The first lesson that I've learned over and over and over again this year has been that nothing is ever wasted. This year, I revisited old projects, ones that I thought failed or just didn't have potential at the time. When I approached them with fresh eyes, they became something new, something valuable. Even if a project doesn't work out, the skills and lessons learned are never wasted. They're all stepping stones for future success. The same is true for things that fail, and the same is true for things that hurt you. Yes, some of the lessons are painful, but we learn through all of them, and none of that is ever wasted. We learn from every tear, every smile, every challenging customer, every challenging situation. My second lesson comes from the first one, and that is that growth feels like stretching. It often feels like it's going to break you, but it's that kind of stretch that makes you stronger. When we go to the gym, we exercise and we use weights and we push really hard until our muscles are burning and it's really sore. We continue, and that consistent pressure with the muscles and working out to the muscles is what grows the muscles and makes us stronger. And the same is true for stretching as an individual. This year has challenged me in ways that I didn't think I could handle. But looking back, I see how those tough moments propelled me to new levels, both professionally and personally. Leadership has definitely been a focus this year. I've seen poor leadership crush dreams and great leaders restore hope. There's one key, and the third lesson is treat people with care and dignity. Whether it's your team, your clients, your family, how you treat people directly impacts the outcomes you achieve. You have a choice to treat them poorly or to choose to treat them with care and dignity. I invite you to choose to treat people with care and dignity, because when you do, you unfold and unpack so much gold and so much value in the other person that you will more than double achieve what you wanted to achieve. Because together you can do far more than what you can do alone. Gratitude is an anchor for me. I start every day with a reflection on something good, no matter how small. And it's amazing how that can shift your perspective. Gratitude reminds me that what I focus on grows, so I choose to focus on the good. Gratitude reminds me how much I've got to be grateful for. Gratitude shows me how far I've come. Gratitude shows me and opens my eyes to opportunities because I'm grateful for everything that I have. Can I invite you to stay grateful? Can I invite you to not allow the world to create jaggedness and callousness, but to stay soft and stay grateful and stay loving. Which leads us to learning number 5, and that is to trust the process, baby. This year, I have had to surrender control in every detail. I've learned to trust God and to trust the process, even when I don't have all the answers. It was tough, but it reminded me that uncertainty is where growth happens. And I don't need to know every answer. I just have to keep going. And trusting the process helps with your resilience. It helps you to just put one foot in front of the other, knowing that nothing is ever wasted, grateful for the process, grateful for where I've come from, grateful for the learnings, trusting the process. Which also led to me saying yes and then figuring out the how later. Been a huge year of powerful yeses, even when I don't know how I was going to make it work. The how really is secondary to the why. When your why is clear, the how sorts itself out. I have seen that time and time again. Because of a clear why, the how just arrives in form of resources, in the form of people, in the form of destiny helpers. It just does. So the response for you should be then get clear on your why, because the how is going to just be okay. I've also had to redefine success because it's not about money or the size of your business. For me, it's about impact measured by the lives that I've touched and the difference that I've made. Social media doesn't always reflect those moments, but they are my greatest wins for all the people who have so generously and vulnerably shared the impact that I've been able to make in their lives. I want to say a huge thank you. Thank you for your vulnerability. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for allowing me in this journey with you. Clarity, accountability, and consistency are pillars to live by. These 3 pillars, they guide everything that I do in business, in life, and even in my family. It's the foundation that really grows trust. And it's really been a compass for me this year. I have come to learn and enjoy the power of a supportive tribe. I've seen the magic that happens when women come together and support each other. A supportive tribe is far more valuable than a big crowd. This year I've leaned into genuine connections, and they've made all the difference. You don't need 1 million people. You don't need 50 friends. You need a connected, supportive tribe. You need your tribe. I found mine. At the start of this year, I was not particularly enamored with, but as 2024 unfolded, I saw so much kindness and resilience and creativity. And the truth is, most people are incredible. And I've rediscovered my belief in humanity. So lesson number 10 is that people are amazing. We just have to look for the amazing in them. The stories we tell ourselves are what matter the most. The narrative in your head is the most important story you will ever hear. And this year, I've worked really hard to rewrite my inner dialogue. Now I know all the coaches are there like, oh, duh, we know that. But just like mechanics have broken cars, coaches don't do the things they're supposed to do. And I have paid very close attention to my inner narrative and the stories that I tell myself. And it has made a huge, huge difference, reminding me that I'm capable, deserving, that I'm enough, and that I'm surrounded by so many amazing people. The last lesson I want to share with you for 2024 is empowering others empowers me. I've watched my clients overcome challenges this year, and it's reminded me that we have everything we need within us to succeed. empowering others has been a reflection of my own journey, and it's one of the most fulfilling parts of my work. I don't show up because I have the answer. I show up because I know you have the answer, and I help you get to the answer. And I want to say to all of my clients and my partners, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for trusting me with your journey. Thank you for allowing me into your space and allowing me room to speak into your lives and into your business and into your communities. It is a huge privilege and I don't take it for granted. And I appreciate every single one of you. 2024 has definitely been a year of growth, reflection, and purpose. Each lesson came with its own challenges, but they've left me stronger and definitely more focused. As we step into 2025, I encourage you to reflect on your own year. What did you learn? How did you grow? I would love to hear your reflections. Connect with me on social media or leave your comments wherever you are listening. And if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a little bit of inspiration as they wrap up their own year. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching, for those watching on YouTube. Thank you for those who are listening on the podcast platforms. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your ears. Until next time, step into 2025 with purpose. Remember to stay purposeful and keep amplifying your impact.